Hey everyone, you're watching Wisdom Shots. An old man went to live with his son, daughter-in-law, and their 4-year-old grandson. The old man was very weak, his hands were shaky, and eyesight was blurred. The family used to have dinner together, but the elderly grandfather's shaky hands and failing sight made eating difficult. So he used to make a lot of noise while eating and most of the time spilled food and water. The son and daughter-in-law became really irritated with the mess. So the husband and wife set a small table in the corner. So their grandfather ate alone while the rest of the family enjoyed dinner without him. Since grandfather had broken a dish or two, his food was now served in a wooden bowl. Right? So grandfather used to have tears in his eyes as he sat alone. Still, the only words the couple had for him were sharp, negative comments when he spilled food. The 4-year-old grandson watched it all in silence. So one evening before dinner, the father noticed his son playing with the scrap pieces of wood on the floor. So he asked the child, sweetly, "What are you making?" So just as sweetly, the boy responded, "Oh, I'm making a little bowl for you and mom to eat your food when I grow up." The 4-year-old then smiled and went back to play. The words so struck the parents that they were speechless, and then tears started to stream down their cheeks. Though no words were spoken, both knew what must be done. See, at home or at work, we have been watched, observed, and modeled by others. And it's called social learning, learning through the observation of other people's behavior. Especially in childhood, we learn maximum things by observing our elders, isn't it? How to walk, speak, eat right, everything. Social scientists have shown that much of learning that occurs during childhood is through observation and imitation. For most children, the most important role models are their parents and caregivers who have a regular presence in their lives. Your children will see your example, both positive and negative, as a pattern for the way life is to be lived. Children don't listen to what we say, but they do what we do. You can tell them 1,000 times not to watch TV or play on mobile phone. They will not listen to you till you limit your use of these devices. Now I love this picture. If you want your kids to develop good habits, positive ones, it starts with your behavior. We have to walk the talk. This is a famous social psychology experiment by Dr. Albert Bandura from Stanford University. It's called the Bobo doll experiment. For this experiment, they picked 36 boys and 36 girls, 72 children from the Stanford University Nursery School, aged between 3 and 6 years. So the researchers pre-tested the children for how aggressive they were by observing the children in the nursery and judged their aggressive behavior on a rating scale. So they divided these 72 children into 3 different groups. The first group, 24 children, they watched a male or a female model behaving aggressively towards a toy called Bobo doll. The adults attacked the Bobo doll in a distinctive manner. They used a hammer in some cases. Some of them threw the doll in the air and shouted. Basically, heights of abuse and violence. Another 24 children, 12 boys and 12 girls, they were exposed to a non-aggressive model who played in a quite subdued manner. And the final 24 children, they were used as a control group and not exposed to any model at all. After this, they took children to a different room. The next room, they had some aggressive toys and some non-aggressive soft toys. The result was children who observed the aggressive model made far more imitative aggressive responses than those who were in the non-aggressive or control groups. Bobo doll experiment demonstrates that children are able to learn social behaviors such as aggression through the process of observation, learning through watching the behavior of another person. So this study has big impact on the effect of media violence on children. Children often grow up to mimic the behavior, beliefs, and attitude of their parents. There are many studies which shows that children raised in homes that experience frequent domestic violence are more likely to either abuse their spouses or be abused by them. On the other side, children also repeat positive behaviors they see in their parents. So the answer to the age-old question of why children often seem so much like their parents probably is that both nature, that is our genes, and nurture play a very important role in their development. The kind of emotional environment established in the home by the parents have a mighty influence on a child's development. Therefore, it's very important that we have to be sensitive and very intentional about what behaviors we model for our children. I personally know a lot of my friends who stopped smoking after becoming a parent. They didn't want to be a bad influence. So being aware of this huge responsibility can encourage you to become better, right? So what kids see and believe, they become. You have the potential to positively impact your family legacy for generations to come. What goes around comes around, from one generation to the next. Thank you so much for watching. Stay strong, stay safe.